Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hello if you're new here, I'm so glad that you have joined. We are back in our normal TBR video place on the floor in front of my bookshelves because it's time for yet another TBR March. I am so excited for, today it's such a lovely day outside, it's literally bright sunshine, blue skies, even though it was -1 when I got in my car this morning to go and do the horses. So not as warm as it looks, but I'm actually really excited for spring. So autumn and winter are actually my favourite seasons. I think it's just as a reader I find them much cosier. I like it when it's darker to read with the candles, and I like it when it's raining outside and when it's foggy and misty and all that stuff. I just love that as a reader. But actually I have found January and February the weather has just I have found it really hard to be motivated. I just have honestly thought that January and February have just felt so long. January wasn't so bad, February kind of long. So I'm excited to pick out TBR. Spring is just around the corner. Does that mean I'm going to be picking out summer rom-coms and fluffy romances? Probably not. I don't think that that will ever happen. But we've got the TBR jar back out. So what I did do, I think it was in my last one, is that I had sort of rearranged this a little bit because there were some books that were in here from when I first made this jar over a year ago that I have no desire to read anytime soon. And so I just thought it's a bit counterproductive having them in here because I'm not going to want to read them, and if I pick them out I probably wouldn't read it anyway. So as much as I want to go with the jar and obviously want it to be fun and not know what I'm going to be picking out for the rest of the month, I still would like to pick out books that I do want to read. And also there are books that have been in here for a long time, like 2+ years, and I just haven't got around to reading them yet for whatever reason. Well, the reason is because I just buy way too many books much faster than I read them. That's the reason. But anyway, so there are some books in here that I have had in for ages. It's not like every single new book that I've bought is in the jar, but I just thought I would change it around a bit. I've basically taken out sports romances for the most part and rom-coms. Can't help myself. I don't know how many books to pick. Oh, do you know what? These bags are driving me insane. Let's just get rid of those. Thank you. Oh, that's much better. I don't know how many books to choose. We've got a slightly busier month than normal because obviously as you know spring's coming around and I've just started to get more plans, things are happening. So I think I'm going to go with eight. I think I'm going to go with 8. I read 12 books in January, 9 books in February. So I think 8 is a good, yeah, we'll go with 8. Okay. Stolen Trophy. I feel like this has been picked out before so many times, or am I just making that up? I know exactly what book this is. Let me just go and grab it. Okay, so this is Stolen Trophy by K.A. Knight and Kendra Moreno. So I think this is a Why Choose. It's about criminals. For criminals, it's definitely Why Choose, isn't it? And I'm not sure about anything else. I think there's like a murder mystery subplot or something in this. I'm not 100% sure. I've actually had this for a while. My friends actually bought this for me off of my wish list for my birthday. Was it last year or was it actually the year before? I think it was the year before because last year I think they got me some Rena Kent books. So it's been, I've had this book for a long time. So actually, we may have to prioritise this because I'm pretty sure when I was writing out sort of like my 25 books that I really want to read this year as well, I put this in it. So the jar has spoken. And if anyone has read that and you think it's good, let me know. Right. The Throne Duet. I've actually read that. I clearly haven't updated this as well as I thought because I've read The Throne Duet by Rena Kent. So let's go again. Split or Swallow. Oh my god. Yes. If you saw my most recent book haul, you know I picked this up. Now this is a fantasy romance with basilisk shifters in it, and I did actually nearly read this at some point in the last month. I think it was while I was doing my 24-hour reading challenge or my 5-star ends when I find a 5-star. Anyway, I nearly picked this up and read this, but I haven't got around to it yet. It has actually been it's been traditionally published. It's now called Kiss of the Basilisk, I think, instead of Split or Swallow. I think Split or Swallow is a much better name. This is the indie published version, so search for this. I don't know if you're going to be able to find this one. It's got a completely different cover now if you like the sound of this and you want to go and get it. It's meant to be insanely spicy and a bit of a what the hell am I reading? But They're the kind of books that I love, and also it is fantasy, so that's great. I think, was this in last month's TBR? It may have potentially been, but no, I am actually really happy about that because I was kind of thinking I'm probably just going to read it anyway, so at least mentally it's going to help me think that I'm ticking off my TBR, because the amount of times I veer and stray away from my TBR is ridiculous. It's actually annoying at this point. Why can't I just stick to the books that was picked out that I want to read? And then do you know what I do? I go, oh, I really want to read that book. I really want to read that book. And then I'm like, well, Poppy, it came out in your TBR for the last 2 months, but you still chose not to read it. So who's at fault here? I'm the only person to blame. And then what do? I go and buy a new book, and then the books that have been sat on my shelves for like 3 years. No, 3 years is an exaggeration. I don't think I've ever left any book that long. No, only like my thrillers. And then all the other books are like, hello, what about us? A Kingdom of Stars and Shadows. I think that's a book by Holly Renee. I think that might actually be my other, I don't think that's behind me. Is that over here? Talking to myself. Okay, I found it. That was a struggle. I couldn't figure out where it was. This is Kingdom of Stars and Shadows by Holly Renee. There are 4 books in this series. I've actually got the first 2 books. They are quite short, and I think they're vampire romanticises. This was quite popular on Book Talk a while ago. I want to say over a year ago. It's got very mixed reviews, I have to say, but I love me a vampire romance. So I actually remember I tried to read this probably about a year ago. I read the first chapter and I put it down. I don't know why I wasn't quite in the mood for it. I just wasn't. So it's been on my TBR for a while, so we definitely need to try and read that this month. And also it's quite a short read, and the second book as well is the same length. It's quite short. I believe this is like a spicy enemies to lovers vampire romantasy. So that ticks a lot of boxes for me. Okay, next. I'm trying to go right to the bottom of the jar. Blood of Hercules. Oh, I'm excited for that one. I'm very excited for that one. Here it is, Blood of Hercules. This is a Greek mythology retelling. Why choose enemies to lovers fantasy romance? Honestly, that sounds absolutely incredible. Thank you to Danny as well, who got this for me off my wish list. Much appreciated. And well, actually, it's still got the little thing inside it that comes when you send someone something off their wish list. How cute. I didn't realise I'd slipped those in there, because I do actually try and keep them if I can. Yeah, no, I'm really excited to read this. I think I've seen nothing but 5-star reviews for this as well. And Greek mythology retellings are actually one of my favourites to read of all time ever. Like, I love them so much. Give me Hades Persephone retellings every single day of the week. I don't know what it is. I just absolutely devour them. I always have done. So I actually, if you've got recommendations for those that you think I would enjoy, please let me know, because I feel like I can never have too many. But I don't think this is Hades Persephone though. I'm pretty sure this is, I think it's book 1 as well. Is there going to be more? Oh, here we go. Achilles. I was going to say Achilles. I know, I was actually going to say Achilles, but I wasn't sure. Achilles, and I don't even know who else. But anyway, I'm very excited. I just love books like this as well. And do you know what? I never used to be a hardcover girl, okay, ever. I used to love paperbacks, but how much easier hardcovers are to read without break, because I'm really funny about my books. I never want to break the spine. You can literally open a hardcover like this and don't need to worry about the spine breaking, and I love that. I love that. Will I start buying everything in hardcovers? No, because I still prefer paperbacks, but I just find them so much easier to read. You should see me reading a paperback that I don't want to break the spine of. It is ridiculous. I open it like this far, and then I'll have to like switch angles, so I'll be reading like there, and then I read that way. It just gets a bit silly. Pretty Monster. Yes, very happy about this by Sheridan Ann. Very happy. It's actually on my TBR carts. This has been sitting on my TBR cart for the last like 6 months. This is a stalker romance, and it's by Sheridan Ann. I haven't read anything by this author yet, but there are a couple of releases that she's had coming up that I really like the sound of, and I've got 2 books by her on my TBR cart. Ironically, both I've been trying to read for the last couple of months. The thing with me and stalker romances, they have to be really good stalker romances, and sometimes the most recent one that I read was the Possessing Her duet, and that wasn't good at all. But then I read Hunt Me Darling in my most recent vlog. There's like stalker elements in that, and that was actually really good. And I just find that like the stalking, look, I don't know what that says about me. I don't know if that's worrying the way I feel about it, but I just find that the stalker elements of it are never that good. You know, I'm like, stalk her, watch her for like literally at least more than the first 20% of the book. That's how I feel, and they never quite hit like that. So hopefully this will give me what I need from a stalker romance. I really enjoy the cover. I've always liked the cover of this. I think it's really pretty. I'm excited to read that, and I'm excited to try a new author as well. That's what 2025 is all about. Try new authors, try new genres, she says as she continues to pick out dark romances. Push and pull. Push and pull. Is that... No one's going to believe me when I say this, okay? But I'm pretty sure that this is Push and Pull by Nyla K. And I'm not even joking. When I was thinking about content in the back of my mind, I was thinking about what's spicy, because I read a really spicy book, Can't Be Darling, and I'd really missed a book that was that spicy. And I was thinking to myself, what is a book that I know people have said is insanely spicy? Push by Nyla K. I was literally thinking that about 2 nights ago, and then it's come out of the jar. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I think these TBR jars are magic. Okay, they're magic. Let me go and grab the book. Okay, do you know what? I'm going to prioritise this. So this is Push, and this is Pull, which is a novella that goes with it. I don't know if you need to read it first or second. This is meant to be insanely spicy. I think this is about a couple, like a marriage in crisis, and they have like a roommate who's a guy, and the husband and the roommate, it's like an MM romance, I believe. I think it's just like really spicy. I'm actually really excited to read this. This is something different, this is something new. I haven't read an MM romance in the longest time, and the spice in those books hits different every time. They, oh my God. We're gonna go with both of those. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books. So one more. This is a great selection. I'm really excited this month. And obviously if we do manage to read these and get through more, I'll obviously get through my priority TBR for 2025 as well. The Sacrifice. It's been a while since I've read anything in the Lord series by Chantal Tessier, and I love it. I love the Lord series. Say what you want about that series. I know that it's... people have a lot to say about it. It is very dark. I've only read The Ritual and The Sinner, and I rated The Ritual 4.5 stars and The Sinner 4 stars, I think. That book was so dark, but I really enjoyed it. And I just have not got round to reading The Sacrifice, and I also have Carnage, and I think Madness just came out as well, and they're all sort of in the same world. Let me just grab the book. Oh my God, it's Tyson's book as well, which if I remember correctly, I really liked Tyson's character, and his backstory was really interesting in it. I mean, it just screams dark romance, doesn't it? It's like a college dark romance, secret societies, very, very dark. Very spicy from what I've read so far. Oh God, I'm so excited to go back to this world, to be honest. And I think this is revenge plot. Based off of Tyson's backstory and what I've seen like a couple of reviews, this is a revenge plot. And these books are big. Like, they're so dark, and there's just like so many pages of darkness. I really like the formatting in it though. I'm pretty sure that's like where they do all the business. I don't know. I just remember in The Ritual when they get initiated and they're in this church or something, and oh my God, it's just so good. Okay, well here we go. Here's all the 8 books I've picked out. Hopefully we managed to get through them. I'm actually really excited. I feel like this is a really good mixture. Obviously we've gone back a little bit to dark romance. I do want to read a couple more fantasies, so we'll see how I get along with what I'm reading, how I'm feeling about them, because nothing has actually blown me away so far this year. I read the Bittersweet Symphony duet in February. I have not felt that way about books or characters or a series in a very long time, probably since Magnolia Parks. Absolutely phenomenal, and it did blow me away, but it's the only books that I've read so far. Granted, I've only read like 21 books. It's not a lot, but it's the only ones that have ever been close to, well, they were 5 stars. So the 6 stars all day long, the Bittersweet Symphony duet. It was absolutely phenomenal. But aside from that, all the other books that I've been reading haven't really blown me away. Like, nothing's really creeping up past a 4 star. I've had a lot of 3.75 star reads, so hopefully Tyson can help me with that. Help a girl out. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I will link my recent vlog videos as well down below if you did miss them, because I have been back vlogging again, which is very exciting. I've very much missed it. I've done a 24-hour reading challenge, and the video ends with a 5-star read, so I will leave those linked below. As always, leave any comments if there's any recommendations, books wise, content wise, anything like that, then just let me know. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming content, and I'll see you in my next video.